Welcome. Another edition of Cleanpin. Ladies and gerbils, hope all is well. And welcome to this fine video cast, podcast, whatever you want to call it. Right. Sorry it's not the most professional professionalisms. But this is just done out of the on the ride back home as we're going from the 516, venturing eastward. And 516, a 516. Will you know it? Home of Long Island IZ. Cleanpin here. A couple of things I want to speak about. We're going to try to hit as many points as we can in a half an hour time frame here. The big news. Becky Lynch's announcement. She is pregnant, and she'll be taking some time away. As she's going to be a mom. So congratulations to Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. You kind of, when you look at it, thus obviously Becky Lynch relinquishing the title. What wound up happening is the women's Money in the Bank winner, which was Asuka, and I do want to briefly talk about Money in the Bank as well. Asuka, she found out on Monday Night Raw that it's not a contract in the briefcase that she won. She actually won the title, and it was given to her that day. And there you have it. She's now your champion, and we're being truthful and we're being honest with each other. Asuka really has been the MVP of the women's division, honestly, since they started, since the coronavirus started, with these tapings. She's been everywhere on Raw. She's been like the MVP. So congratulations to her. If you think about it, really, with Becky Lynch, even before the pregnancy announcement, her title reign has been underwhelming at best. When you look at an era and a time frame where we are right now with the WWE and in wrestling in general, where there is no live crowd, the ratings are down. She wasn't wrestling. She was not wrestling at all, honestly, really. Far and full of, when you look at her actual times fighting, wrestling, more often than not, she was not wrestling. So it's an underwhelming title reign the last couple of months, and now this will be a fresh start, kind of to see where they will go with the women's division, and who will grab a hold of the reins. CM Punk, mentioned that that there was kind of a missed opportunity, for Asuka to get some heat. She could have said, I didn't care about I don't care about your pregnancy. Missed in the face type of a deal. And, I think, I'm not 100% certain. I think what WWE did, what they did with it, and how they made Asuka the champion, I think Asuka was generally surprised in the fact that she didn't know that, or at least it seemed like, that she was getting the title. She was surprised. It looks like they broke the news to her on the fly. At least that's how it came across to me. And it came across very genuine, very a heartwarming moment for between Asuka and Becky Lynch, a little bit of realism. And I think it's fine. I think what they did is fine. I liked it. There was also talk and rumor why WWE, when they were acknowledging, that Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins were an item, going together, the power couple. Why weren't they, when they were giving the congratulations to Becky Lynch, why weren't they giving congratulations to Seth Rollins on TV? I think what the WWE is looking to do here, and they kind of realized the blunder of how that really didn't work out before, where what they did, and seemed to quite honestly a little awkward, a little bit cringe, where their chemistry didn't seem to work on TV, and Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. The chemistry didn't work, and then it didn't play off well on TV. And I think the WWE realizes that, and they're going to keep that separate. This is what's the word for it? WWE controls the movie. Okay, WWE controls the script. And right now, in that movie, Seth Rollins is the Monday Night Messiah, a cult-like figure. That's his character. Becky Lynch is the man, the fearless leader of the women's division. The man. That's her character. And that's how WWE is going to go by the script. They're not going to interchange the two. They're really behind making Seth Rollins this heel, this cult-like authority figure. They're all in behind this. They gave him new music. They're behind this 100%. This is the movie. This is the script, making him, cold-blooded. Seth Rollins, what he did on Twitter. He explained his happiness, his enjoyment, his thrill. December can't come soon enough, and that's what is fine, and that's the way it should have been handled. Keep Seth Rollins the character on WWE, and then Seth Rollins has he could be Kobe on Twitter. Okay, don't intertwine the two on WWE TV. Did not work out before. Did not work out before. So to me, that's fine. The way WWE handled it. Shayna Baszler, though, coming in hard. Talk about savage comments about her pregnancy. Something to the effect of, only a dum-dum would become pregnant now. At her age, only a dum-dum would, or the child's gonna be a dum-dum. She's, Becky's a dum-dum. Everyone's a dum-dum. Just going hard after the pregnancy. Really being just cold-blooded. On TV, she said that Shayna Baszler, the character on TV, the character, who is a wrestler, the character, perfect, make her out to be more psychotic, more vicious than ever before. Who says something like that about a upcoming pregnancy? Well, you guessed it. Shayna Baszler says that. And boy, does she ever need. She's being built up, knocked down 2 pegs. Built up, knocked down 2 pegs. Where if you look at Money in the Bank, she wasn't even, in the finals, in the Money in the Bank. She wasn't even there. This big, fearless competitor, this monster, didn't even make it to the top floor. She wasn't even there. Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler, who prior to her WrestleMania match was, breaking elbows, knocking people into cages, and then loses to the man, Becky Lynch, in a relatively quick fashion. So Shayna Baszler needed to do this to the former champ on her way out the door. Shayna Baszler, the character, needed this. However, what's not a character to me is Jim Cornette. I mean, Jim Cornette, on his recent podcast, he said something to the regards, Becky Lynch is only 30, 33. She still had some time to become pregnant. Why is she becoming pregnant now? she's making money, she's giving up money, and just a horrible idea that she's stupid. To that effect. You could, read the whole transcript. The whole transcript is circulating online in the whole excerpt. See, and it really came off bad if you read the whole transcript word by word. How about the Randy Savage shirt, huh? I don't know. I mean, with Jim Cornette, it really comes off as some, like, really, dude, I don't know if Jim Cornette is playing a character. If him on, and he's good on his podcast, and he's done great things in wrestling, a great wrestling mind, a Hall of Famer without a doubt. But some of the things that he says, it's like, first of all, it's like the jokes that he said, like the joke, or what he called a joke, that he said that he got him fired or released or he resigned from NWA, was a reference that he used many, many times before and regurgitated it in different ways over the course of the last few years, but it was the same joke. So in 2020, that joke doesn't sit well. And even before then, it was arguable at best. Different times now than before. So he's outdated. He's almost like he's stuck in like the 80s or the 70s, and like the years have passed him by. And there is Jim Cornette. Here comes 2020, and Jim Cornette is still in 1980 with his line of thinking. So I don't know, like, some of the stuff that he says, it's almost like he's trying to be, I don't know, too controversial. Like he's I don't think this is a character, because playing a character like that would have to be like, it would have to take too much effort. What he's saying, just things out of left field. I mean, some wrestlers, they don't care about making this boatload of money. They're fine with making, with having just a one car, a Honda Accord, and having a 1900 square foot home. That's what they're comfortable with, and they don't need anything more. They don't need all these gadgets. Remember, Seth Rollins is also a main event talent. He's making money too, I am sure. I'm sure that they saved up money. I don't get the impression that you have to worry about money when it comes to Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. Sometimes, man, I just think that Jim Cornette there, whoever is on his media team or whatever, PR, sometimes you just need to take the phone away from Jim Cornette. uncalled for. Uncalled for. And Money in the Bank, Otis became your winner, your champion. He has charisma. Definitely does. It will be interesting to see where this, how this plays out between Otis and Mandy. Does Mandy take advantage of Otis? Well, because he has the briefcase, and that briefcase is power, right? Does that briefcase, I wonder, does it get cashed in? Is the briefcase transferable? Could something happen where somehow Otis transfers the briefcase to Mandy? Mandy wins the women's title and then dumps Otis. That's possible too, right? Because after all, anything and probably everything will happen in the WWE. Could Otis cash in for the tag team title with his partner, with his one half of his other tag team partner from Heavy Machinery? Or will Otis cash in on Braun Strowman? Little hint. And we've seen Mr. Otis cover up his tracks. He's kind of joking around with Braun Strowman at the end of SmackDown. But it'll be interesting to see what happens. Somehow, some way, I think Mandy will get a hold of that briefcase. That's just me, though. Money in the Bank. Sticking on to Money in the Bank. Baron Corbin, who everyone seems to hate, I don't hate Baron Corbin. I actually love Baron Corbin. I love what he's doing. You know what he's doing? He's being a heel. He's being annoying. He's getting under your skin. But the WWE missed a great opportunity. I don't know what they were doing. They threw him meaning that he threw them, Aleister Black and Rey Mysterio, he being Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin threw two men over, how they described it, over the roof, and they landed on the second floor. But guess what? They were medically cleared to appear on Raw the following night somehow. The way they sold this is that they almost, as if Baron Corbin almost killed these two guys, but yet here they are on Raw the next night. Kind of a missed opportunity for even greater disdain for Baron Corbin, if you ask my humble opinion. Charlotte Flair appeared on SmackDown this past week, the NXT Women's Champion. And you just realize when Charlotte Flair just comes out, how much better she is than everyone else. First of all, this Bayley Sasha Banks wrestling each other, or when are they going to wrestle each other, thing has been playing out for, or has been being stretched out for the longest time. And it really hasn't progressed much. When your roster is thin because of what is going around, then, well, this is what has to be done. But Charlotte Flair comes out there, cuts a promo, and you listen to Charlotte Flair, and instantly it's like, wow, the words, what she said. If I was Sasha and if I was Bayley, the beginning of that segment, I'd be best friends, and then all of a sudden I hate each other. The way Charlotte just absolutely talked down to me, or the way that Charlotte got a hold of my attention. The tone of Charlotte's voice. Point here is Charlotte, just her. Just the way that she said it, instantly that there should be a feud. These two should be going at it because of her delivery. Prior weeks when they were teasing this, it's like, should they really be hating each other? Shouldn't they? Like, I don't know. No. The way Charlotte Flair delivered this, there is no thinking. That was done brilliantly by Charlotte Flair. Brilliantly. Let the CM Punk rumors begin again, where the internet went abuzz. They seen a hoodie the back turn, guy wearing the hoodie, the hacker wearing the hoodie. And everyone's going to buzz again. It's CM Punk. It's CM Punk. Back as the hacker. Ladies and gerbils, we seen this weeks ago. Where it was the logo of Ali. No way possible that this would be CM Punk. You can mark my words, that's not CM Punk. It's Ali. I think that's it for this week, guys. Just wanted, a couple of hard, kind of be in and out of this. We're approaching 30 minutes. Check out my other content here. If you like sports, baseball, all that good stuff. Yada, 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 yada. And I look forward to speaking with you guys again. Hope all well.